Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai Barakatha to my brothers, Yahweh Shemar Latha Bashim, Yahweh Shai to my sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge coming to you straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yahweh. And what we do, we teach the Black, Hispanic, and Native people that they are God's true and only chosen people. With that comes a set of responsibilities. Those responsibilities for us to love and take care and guide each other as the scriptures have dictated, because that's what builds a nation. You know what I'm saying? That's what builds a nation, and that's what we need more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Is brotherhood. But today is the Monday Milk class. We're gonna keep it very milky, very simple for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it to the basics. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I want to open up the class to any questions as I share this live stream. And if you can, Bob Kushar, share this live stream with me. You know what I'm saying? Because we're about to share it, we're about to get it in, all right? All right, let's get it in. All right. If you got any questions, type it on in. I will be able to see it within the chat. Bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. Hold on. All right, bear with me 1 sec. You know what I'm saying? As I share this live stream, so everybody can get on in. And if you like this fly shirt, you see the shirt right here? You see the shirt? Hit up my brother Aint, you know what I'm saying? On www.upkflwear.com. You know what I'm saying? That's where we get it in there. That's how you stay UPK fresh. Understand that fly life real quick. You know what I'm saying? But bear with me 1 second. I got a message. Bear with me. All right. So let me get my share on. I had to handle a few things real quick. Share it. Messenger. I heard a sound. I'm not sure if that sound means somebody trying to get in or not, but I don't see nothing. Oh, I mean, somebody messaged me on Facebook. All right. Oh, I messaged myself. I'm dead. I'm trying to get a brother up in here real quick. Let me refresh this link. That might be able to help. Bear with me 1 sec, I'm not the hippest to technology. Today's class is entitled Family Ain't Family No More. You know what I'm saying? You see it everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? In fact, you was raised with that notion and didn't even know it. You thought the way that you was raised was all about family, and it wasn't. You believe that celebrating these holidays brought you together as a family, and it doesn't. You believed all these things about family that is purely lies. But today we're going to tell you what family is really about. We're going to put you on game. You know what I'm saying? We're going to let you know what it is. Bear with me 1 second. I think that might be the issue. Bear with me 1 second. Hmm. All right, if what's gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna give it 4 more minutes for the brother to get on. You know what I'm saying? If the brother's not on, we're gonna continue on. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna rock out. I want to test something. Hold on. All right, this is my bad. We should have did a quick run through ahead of time. But you know, everything's a growing pain. You know what I'm saying? Everything for sure is a growing pain. You know, if I'm able to get in, all right, we're gonna give it a sec for the brother to try to see what it is. What's going on, Paratazar? What's going on? Shalom. Yahaba Shem Yahushua Barakatha. We're having a little technical difficulties. I should have ironed this out beforehand. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get it on. We're gonna get it on as of right now. We're gonna continue on with it. We're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, One of the biggest hangups coming into this truth is family. It's always family. It's family that wants you to continue in your old ways. It's family that wants you to continue to sin. It's family that wants you to continue in traditions of our enemies. It's always family. Family is the first obstacle you're going to go against coming into this truth. But the question is, what is family? What is family all about? You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see if we can get a little clarity on it. You know what I'm saying? If you have any questions when it comes to family or any other topic, type them on in. You know what I'm saying? Type them right on in. But let's get with it. Matthew 10 and 34. Let me do that again. Bear with me one second. I'm about to get this popping on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, Tickety Top. Bear with me. All right, we on it. We on it. You know what I'm saying? We on it. We are here to talk about family, how family ain't family no more. You know what I'm saying? What we always thought was family, it just doesn't end up to be family. We grew up thinking that our cousins and our brothers and sisters, our mothers and our fathers, they were going to be the ones that would be, you know what I'm saying, riding with us when we come into this truth. Our first hopes when we come to this truth is that we can get our brothers, our sisters, our cousins, our mothers, our fathers in it. And some brothers and sisters are lucky enough to do such things. Some brothers and sisters are lucky enough to do that, but it's not common. It's a rarity to do such. And we're going to get with it. We're going to get with it. You know what I'm saying? Because the first scripture we're going to talk about when it comes to family is in Matthew 10, verse 34. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. And we're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me get there with you real quick. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. If you're with me, read along. If you're with me, just read along real quick. We're going to understand what family really means and what family really is. You know what I'm saying? Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. Now, if you read this, this is Christ's words. And Christ is telling you straight up and down, think not he's coming to send peace. See, the Christian church would like you to believe that Christ is all about peace, and his return is going to bring peace on earth. It's going to be doves flying all over the place. It's going to be lions chilling with baby white people. And you know what I'm saying? There's going to be just a bunch of peace on earth. You're going to have tigers chilling with babies. Like, that's what they believe. There's going to be continuous peace, and Christ is what's going to usher in that peace. But in Matthew 10 and 34, the first thing that Christ said is, think not. Think not. Don't let this even cross your mind. Don't let the fact of this blind you from what it is. He said, think not. Let's continue. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. He ain't come to send peace on earth. His objective is not to send peace on earth. Against contrary, belief, against contrary, you know what I'm saying, understanding. Christ is not coming to send peace on earth. That is not Christ's job. Christ came to do one thing. That's is to gather up those believers, gather up those Black, Hispanic, and Native Israelites, and bring them back to the Most High, to show Most High there's a reason to save this nation. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. These are Christ's words. Christ is telling you he has not come to send peace, but a sword. What does a sword symbolize? What does a sword symbolize? A sword just symbolizes war. It's an instrument of war. It's an instrument of division. You know what I'm saying? People use swords in wars and in fights. And what do swords do? Swords slice things in parts. It cuts things in separate parts. So it causes division. Christ is here to bring war and division. He ain't here to agree with your pastor. He ain't here to agree with the government. He ain't here to agree with the common, you know what I'm saying, beliefs. Christ ain't coming here to tell you that he agree with your pronouns. Christ don't care about your pronouns. Christ is going to tell you that you're a man when you're born a man. You're a woman when you're born a woman. That's what Christ is here for. It's just that simple. Christ is here for division and war. It's just that simple. If you're not built for war, and if you're not built to survive the division that you're going to go through amongst your own life, then you're not built for this. You will be divided from your family. You know what I'm saying? You will be going to war with the society that you love so much. You know what I'm saying? Cat McCall said, I made myself a target in the world of mass shooters. That's what this world is. It's a world of mass shooters. And us in the ISUPK, we are targets. We are enemies to this whole entire world. That's what we are. Oh, Salakia. I see you, I see you, what?
Shalom, this is your brother Thug.
Shalom, Yahaba Shem Yahweh Shabbat. What's going on?
I ain't
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be reading. If you got anything you want to say, you know what I'm saying, you could chime on in whenever you can. You know what I'm saying? Happy to see that my brother's up in here. But we're gonna start off with Matthew 10 and 34. We're gonna bring it back from the top, if you can. Because what the world need to understand is that Christ is not here for peace. He's not here for harmony. But Christ is truly here for his order. He is here for order. It's just that simple.
Said Matthew 10 and 34.
Con.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come.
What? Hold on, what?
Think not that I am come.
Think not that he has come. Don't believe that this is what he came for. Continue.
That I am come to send peace on earth.
Think not that he come to send peace on earth. Christ did not come to send peace on earth. As much as the Christian church would like for you to believe that, he did not. Continue.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
He came not to send peace, but a sword. That means it's all about, the division. It's all about the warfare. Because that's what swords symbolize. Swords symbolize war and division. You know what I'm saying? Swords are not a symbol of peace. Continue.
For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother.
Like, listen to that right there. Christ has come to send send division, send separation between a man and his father, a daughter and her mother. When did the Christian church ever teach such things? And when you come into this truth, why is there division against you and your parents? Why is there division? Let's talk about it. When you are out there, you on those street corners, and you saying that our enemy is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and you out there on the street corners saying that abortion is wrong, and you know what I'm saying, and that a man can have more than one wife, and you out there, teaching against the common understanding of this world, you become an enemy to it. And guess what? That's up to the world, and let's make it smaller. You are out there telling your mother and father that it's wrong for them to be smoking cigarettes and weed and whatever other drug they're doing.
Right.
You're telling your uncle that it's wrong to be mumbling and stumbling and being a drunkard and looking at all these young cousins of yours. You tell them that it's wrong to do that. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you become an enemy to the family. You know what I'm saying? Kamikaze said, I made myself a target in the world of mass shooters. And that's what we are here to do, become the enemy of this world. So your family is no longer your family. You know what I'm saying? Your uncle is now an enemy of your state. He's now an enemy of Christ. He's touching up on your cousins and your nieces and nephews. What you gonna do about it? Just hide it under the rug like the rest of the family? Is that what you're gonna do? Or are you gonna buck back and show the wrong and the error of your family? Because bringing out that dirty, nasty uncle, you got to go against the whole family for that.
Right.
Speaking up against Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, Mother's Day. Oh, God, Mother's Day is around the corner. Speaking of against Mother's Day, you're going to have to make yourself an enemy of the state. Because the simple fact is, they are going to come against you. They're going to come against this word that's in the scriptures. They're going to do all that.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? You got anything to add to it up?
Hey, I mean, if I could, say Salakia,
Come.
I would say, you definitely hitting, dead on it. Because I say what the battle truly boils down to is that um your mother, your father, and your family members or your friends and your woman or what have you, they were all born Christian, so it's a battle against Christianity because Christianity teaches you to hide sin. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like, to tie into what you were saying, maintaining the image of holiness is the Christian thing to do. And so that's why that family doesn't call out that uncle that's molesting those children,
Right.
because that's what they've been accustomed to, you know?
Right. They want that holy European name that they got to hold some weight. They want that name, the Smith, to hold some weight. There's no pedophiles amongst the Smiths when the Smiths are full of pedophiles. The Carters and the so forth and so on, whatever your last name may be, like it's very disgusting to me how so many of our people have such pride in their last name. You know what I'm saying? They have pride in it, as if there's honor amongst carrying on the name of our oppressor. And the fact is, they're not just carrying the name of that oppressor, they're carrying his behavior, his activity, his customs. They're carrying more than just a name.
Right.
Our oppressor is a natural pedophile. He is a natural rapist. He is a natural homosexual. So all this that they are doing is when they hold those names up high, they are literally holding our enemy to up high. They put him on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem with our people. When you got to understand, family is those that hold the same moral character as you. Family is those that's willing to die and live for the same things you ready to die and live for. A lot of those people that's in your family are family. They're ready to die on the secret of the pedophilic behavior of Uncle Tyrone. They're ready to die on that. But then there are those who are righteous who are ready to expose it. They're not part of that family. They don't hold the same standards and morals as that family. They hold the same standards and morals as the body of Christ, which is to separate, which is to be holy and separate and destroy that pedophilic nature that's within the family. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't, Baba Kashar, continue, read.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
And the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. Like, I know you see on TV how the daughter-in-law and mother-in-law never gets along anyway. But when you're in Christ, and when you follow the laws of Christ, and your family is family, your daughter, I mean your mother and your rib will get along perfectly. They will get along perfectly because they are on one accord. There's only one accord with this body of Christ, and everybody is in tune to it. There's no argument. I mean, you might come and get some bickering over small things that we could look and joke and laugh about later. But when it comes down to the whole thing, to the whole kit and caboodle, your mother and your woman are on the same page. They ain't fighting over your attention. Any mother that is fighting for her son's attention is about as wicked as it gets. She should understand that her son should be leaving the nest. Her son should be leaving the nest and forming a new home and continuing on the lineage of her husband with a whole new woman. It's only in today's world that they try to promote the black woman to see her son as a husband. It's only in this world that they promote the black woman to see her son as a spouse, as he's the man of the house, as somebody whose attention you should be seeking. You are the mother, you are the adult. If anything, your son should be seeking your attention, not you seeking his and having you fighting his woman for that same attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the disgustingness of this world. But continue.
And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
And what?
And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
If you don't know what the word foes mean enemies. And a man's enemies should be those of his household. When you come to this truth, when you come into this understanding, this way of life, you know, the truth of the most high, you know what I'm saying? Your identity. The first thing you need to understand is your enemies are those in your household. Will it stay that way? Not all the time. Some brothers and sisters are lucky enough to have their family come into truth with them. But most of the time, you got to expect your family to be your enemies. They are the ones that are against you. They are the ones that are fully forth outright about destroying what you believe, and they want to bring you back, have you come back to the weed smoking, have you come back to the strip clubs with them. Man, Yo, no lie. My cousin hit me up about a couple of months ago. My cousin hit me up. There's a sister in Boston that does women expos. She used to do music, and I know the sister, and now she's doing like women expos or something. And my cousin hit me up, try to, he tried to swing it in a way because he knows I don't do strip clubs no more. But he's like, yo, let's go to the sister's party. Like I don't know who she is anymore. Like I don't see what she's doing on social media. He like,
Right.
nah, she's having a show for music. Like, come on, I know. She has two businesses. She's doing music and she's doing her business. He's trying to draw me back into that world. You got to see that. You got to see that and weave through it because they definitely going to try to draw you into it. Now, my cousin was adamant about me going. He said, you don't got to go, but I'm going to come through. We're going to hang out. Guess what? He never came through. We never hung out.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he went to that stripper party slash concert. I'm pretty sure he went to that. So that was a private invite. He went to that. But he wanted me to draw back into that madness.
Right.
And I wasn't going for it. And that's what your family will do to you when you come to this truth. Your family's first objective is to draw you into that madness. They will try to bring grandma in this subject. You know what I'm saying? They try to make you feel sad about grandma. You know what I'm saying? It's Easter. Grandma want to see you in a suit. Grandma want to see you in a suit, hiding some eggs from the children. Grandma misses you. If it ain't grandma, then it's mama. You know what I'm saying? It goes forth and on, and then it comes to this pitiful excuse, which is a full blown lie. It's all about the kids. Which is a full blown lie. It's never about the kids. It never has been about the kids. It's about you being fully like. Be honest. Let's keep it focused on Easter because that was the last. Nah, let's keep it on the upcoming holiday, Mother's Day. Who remembers the first time they celebrate Mother's Day? I didn't. I don't.
Yeah. Right.
So is it really for you? Or is it for women to appease their egos and be appreciated on a day that our oppressor says they should be appreciated?
Right.
Now, if there wasn't no Mother's Day, how often would we appreciate our mothers? Probably more than once a year. I'm almost guaranteeing it more than once a year because I'm a Judite personally. We are known to be notorious mama's boys. We're notorious for that. So if we didn't celebrate Mother's Day, I'm pretty sure there'd be 3 or 4 days a year where we'd be chilling with our mamas, appreciating our mamas. Ephraim loves their mamas too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Ephraim loves their mamas. Right out?
That
Ephraim loves their mamas.
might be it. That just might be an Israel thing. So that's like
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, all of Israel loves their mamas. If it wasn't for Mother's Day, they'd probably be appreciated more than once a year.
yeah,
It's just the way it is. They be definitely be appreciated more than once a year. But this world forces us to do it once a year. Now we're held to that standard against our will. Who knows what struggles we are going through? And we got to go through that struggle and try to appease our mothers. And not just that. You notice how baby mamas want to be included in your Mother's Day.
yeah.
They're not your mama.
Mhm.
but they want to be included in it. You got to get your baby mamas a gift now because they're mothers. You see how this world is dangerous? You see how this world is disgusting? That's the world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? That's the world that we live in. But continue with that read up.
Verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Hold on, repeat that.
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
For all those who may be confused about that, what is this talking about? He that loveth his father or mother more than me, what is that saying? This is not a general statement. This is a speculative statement. This is a statement that puts things in perspective. What does it mean to love your mother and father more than Christ? What does Christ stand for? That's what you must understand first. What does Christ stand for? And what do your parents stand for? Now, your mother is telling you to celebrate Christmas, and Christ is telling you that's against the laws of God. Who you gonna follow? You gonna follow your mother, or you gonna follow Christ? It's a speculative thing. You know what I'm saying? Because of course the law is to honor your mother and your father, but there's limits to that. Because some people's mothers and fathers got their own kids doing drugs right now. Some mothers got their kids on crack, cocaine, everything else on this planet. Should that child follow their mother? No. Should that child follow their father? No. So it's when it comes to these laws, statutes, and commandments and this way of life that the Most High set up for Black, Hispanic, and Natives, we're supposed to keep that in perspective above our mother and father. Because our mothers and fathers have assimilated into this world called America. They are fully assimilated. No matter how they stand, no matter how they think, they are assimilated into this country, and they believe what this country says is right. They believe in a democratic system. They want you to vote, rock the vote, and all that. Vote or die. They want you to do all that.
Okay.
But what does the Bible say? What does Christ say? Christ says Deuteronomy 17. A Black and Hispanic and Native man should not be voting because it's not our problem and it's not our way of doing things. So when your parents come against these scriptures, your parents are against you. And technically, they're not your parents. They're not your family. We're going to get into that a little further too, but continue up.
And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
Like he that loveth son or daughter, this is very painful, especially for a lot of women. A lot of women don't understand how to love their children according to the scriptures. A lot of them will put their children's social emotions above the laws of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my child's birthday. I gotta celebrate my child's birthday. It's for the kids. These holidays are for the kids. You know what I'm saying? They do all that, forsaking the laws of God. And they would literally not care about the laws of God. Believe me, if there's a woman that is willing, that knows that it's a sin to celebrate holidays, it's a sin to celebrate birthdays, it's a sin to do all that, guess what? And they still do it, that ain't your family, huh? That woman is against you. She's even against her kids and she don't even know it. Because that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? She want to see her kids crying about how everybody in school is celebrating Valentine's Day and I ain't got no cards and candy to pass to nobody. So what? So what? So what? If there's a perfect opportunity to say F them kids, it's right then. So what? You want to pass out candy to the other kids? F them kids. This is about the law, statutes, and commandments. We got standards to live by. If you want to assimilate into this world, see, that's our problem. A lot of us, okay, let's blame Martin Luther King for this. Martin Luther King taught us that we were integrating. But integration is a mixture. It is a mixture, everybody's mixing in. But we did not mix in. We integrated, well, we assimilated into their culture, which is a one-sided thing. Integration is supposed to be both ways. Assimilation is one way. Us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives, we have assimilated into a culture that is fully against us and fully have us against our own people, which is why we are focused on how our kids feel and everything else. You know what I'm saying? But continue.
And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me.
Guess what that cross is? Christians like to say, bear your cross, bear your own cross. Christians say that all the time, but what is that? Bearing your own cross is this war that you're going to go through with your family to follow these law, statutes, and commandments. Once you, like, let's say in the world, you probably didn't give a damn about your family. You come into this truth, you gain a little love, you gain a little compassion, and it's a little painful for them to be against you, for you to be against them. That's the cross you got to bear. You got to bear that. Everything that you got to go through in this truth is the cross that you got to bear. The ridicule, the backbiting, you know what I'm saying? The trash talking, you know what I'm saying? The court appearance with your baby mama, you know what I'm saying? Your mother, you know what I'm saying, disowning you, and your grandma, you know, cussing you out. You're going to have to deal with all that. That is the cross that you got to bear. I'd rather bear that cross than the cross that Christ bared, which he got nailed to. We're getting it easy. We're getting it a whole lot much easier. You know what I'm saying? Continue.
He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loveth his life for my sake, Salakia, he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
Whew. Salaki, I might have you read that again. Whew.
He that findeth his life shall lose it.
Hold on. Him that found his life, him that found what he wants and needs and enjoys it and he loves it. He loves that. He is all up in his own lust. He is satisfied. Like a man, like, okay, I want to talk about myself real quick. I've been warned not to do this, but I don't see no better way to get the point across. Like, I was in the truth back in 98, 99, right? Got kicked out. I decided to find my life. What is that life? My life was a world of strip clubs. My life was a world of womenizing, everything, man. Guess what? The Most High dealt with me. I got ran over by a car 3 times since then. Boom, 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 ba ba ba. Trampled by a car 2 of them being SUVs. Luckily, I survived it. Darn near lost my life. You think you found your life in the world that you enjoy. There's a good chance that you did not. Continue that up.
He that Salagi,
You can read it
he
from the
that
top.
receiveth you,
You can read it from the
read it from
top.
the top.
Yeah.
He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for my sake shall find it.
Him not losing his life for whose sake?
For my sake.
These are Christ's words. If you're losing your life for Christ's sake, if you're losing your life to follow Christ, if you're giving everything up, and there's a lot to give up. There's brothers who lost very great jobs. There's brothers who lost family. There's brothers who lost children for Christ's sake. Where are those brothers at? Like, no lie, I ain't gonna give the brother's name. Like, I seen brothers go to war with their AKA BMs. Go to war with the women that they were with at that time. And guess what? They went to war for months, maybe even years. Now those women are by their side because they won that war. They won that war. A lot of brothers went through the same thing and did not win that war, but they still in this truth. And guess where that woman is? Technically, they might have won the war. They ain't with that woman no more. So yeah, still chuck up the deuce. They ain't with that woman no more. Most High cut them from that woman. You know what I'm saying? So when you are giving up your life, the things that you love, which is family, friends, and whatever lusts and desires you may have, and you're giving that all up for Christ, giving that all up to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Continue.
He that receiveth you receiveth me.
You give up all that, you find Christ, and you receive Christ. And those that receive you receive Christ likewise. It's just that simple. That's why those brothers that went to war with those women are still with them in this truth. That family is strong as can be. They went to war, but then sooner or later they had to bow out, and they received that brother. And when they received that brother, they received Christ, which is a beautiful thing, especially in this truth. It's a beautiful thing. It's something that's very rare too, because a lot of people don't receive us. But those who do, they're living great. They got smiles on their faces. You know what I'm saying? But Salaki, continue.
And he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me.
Continue.
He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward.
So there is a reward for those who receive a man that's following God. Your family don't quite understand that yet. Your family don't understand how receiving you is beneficial. Receiving you gives them a step closer to the gates of heaven. And what I mean the gates of heaven, I don't mean no Christian view of the gates of heaven that they got to die to go into. No, what I mean is the gates of heaven that's actually on earth, which is black rulership, which is blacks, Hispanics, and natives ruling over their enemies, and not just their enemies, over this whole world in the name of Christ, under the rulership of Christ, which is about as glorious as it gets. Imagine a world where we don't have to answer to Caucasians. Caucasians have to answer to us. Asians won't be beating your women up out of the stores. You might have to beat them up out of your stores. Imagine that. Imagine the position we're in the complete opposite. And sometimes imagine it better than the complete opposite. Imagine us in complete ruin, everybody else in complete subjection. I don't see nothing better. That is the prophet's reward right there. These people are going to come in and they're going to stand the glory for some helping and supporting a prophet, and they're going to receive a little bit of what that prophet gets. What's better? Continue, finish that up.
And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name, Salaki, in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward.
It's on the same level. Because not everybody's a prophet, but sometimes a righteous man is just a righteous man. He don't got to be a prophet. He could be somebody that just follows the law, statutes, and commandments. He could be just a supporter of the school. A lot of the supporters of the school are not priests and prophets, but they're out there waving the ISUPK banner, pointing you to videos. Listen to that, brother. Listen to that, brother. If you're not in the school, I hope you're not teaching, but some of them may be trying to. Ignore most of the teaching, just come to where he's pointing you so we can teach you properly. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you get it. That's how we build a nation. That's how you build a nation right there. Is with order. You can't build a nation without order. You following a righteous man is in order. You following a righteous prophet is in order. It's a trickle-down effect. The righteous man follows, put like this. You follow the righteous man follows the prophet follows the leader of the leader of the nation follows Christ, and Christ follows the Most High. It's a trickle-down effect. That's how you get it in. That's how we become a nation. One body, one spirit. Fortunately, now there's a lot of y'all who don't even understand what one body is. You think one body just knowing that you're Israelite. Nah. We haven't been one body for a long time, even when all of us knew that we were Israelites. Even amongst the King David and King Saul fights. We wasn't one body. We all knew we was Israel. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop that. Let's get Joshua. Oops, that's not it. Bear with me. Get Joshua 24 and 15. Remember, if you want to chime in, just chime right on in, man.
All right, I got you. No sweat, Most High Christ. You said 24
and 15.
24 and 15. 24. Got it.
Hold on, bear with me as I try to find it myself. You know, I got my little sword on me, man.
John, I hear you.
That joint is tiny as can be. All right, Joshua 24. I'm there with you.
Joshua chapter 24, verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve.
Like, this is important for you to understand and to know. You have a choice to make. You are learning the law, statutes, and commandments. But understand you have combatants out there that's trying to pass you that blunt. You have combatants out there that's throwing coochie at you. You have combatants out there that's trying to get you to do all types of manner of evil. You have a choice to make. Choose ye this day. Choose you this day. What you gonna do? Your family, when you present it to see your family, they got that same option. Your family got the same option that you got. Choose ye this day. What you gonna do? Read that from the top again.
And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord,
Why would it seem
choose.
evil to you to serve the Lord? Because temptation is too great. It is evil to you not to celebrate birthdays. It is evil to you not to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. It is evil to you not to go to the strip club. It is evil to you not to celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, blah, blah, yakety smackety. You know why it's evil to you? Because the world taught you that what they do is righteous. You only live once, YOLO. To each man himself. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's why it's evil to you. Why else would it be evil to you to serve the Lord? Well, what's so evil about serving the Lord? Oh, because your man got more than one rib? Your man got more than one rib. He's hollering at another female. Now that's evil.
Right.
And do you know it's not even up to you or that man or even that woman? The Most High put that woman in that man's, you know what I'm saying, vicinity. That's the Most High's doing. Most people, prophets, ain't even looking for another female. Just hops in their lap. But the problem is, why would it be evil for you to serve the Most High? Read that from the top again.
Joshua chapter 24, verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve,
Continue.
whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites
So this,
in whose land ye dwell.
so this is what you got. You got a choice. You got a choice to serve the gods of this world or the gods that our fathers served, which is the father, our fathers that is pertaining to is the fathers of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They followed the Most High. So you got the choice to follow the Most High like our forefathers did, or serve the gods of this world. What is the gods of this world? Let's make a list. Let's make a list. There's a long list. Salaki, who you think is the gods of this world? Name one.
To Caesar Borgia, that's a god of this world.
Damn right. That's one of the biggest gods of
Islam,
this world.
Christianity.
Damn right. That's the gods of Christianity. Let's add some more. Let's add Allah to it. You got any more? Let's add Allah. What else?
The oppressor.
The oppressor, the white man itself, very much so. Very much so. Let's add some more. Let's add mammon to it, money. Let's add money to it. A lot of us serve money. A lot of us serve the God of money. Let's add more. Let's add more. Let's go with
drugs.
Ooh, drugs. That's a heavy one. That is a heavy one right there. Drugs is a heavy one. Let's add more. Let's add our women and our children. Let's add a lot of us worship our women and our children. Let's add that to it too. You know what I'm saying? There's so many gods of this world that goes against the God of these scriptures. So many. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple of people in class. If you're in class, you can ask a question. You know what I'm saying? If you're in class, you can ask your questions. You know what I'm saying? But matter of fact, I want y'all to chime in too. If you can, because I know a lot of y'all watching YouTube on your TVs and such, and you can't type into your TVs. But what is a God of this world that we live in? What is a God that we worship as a majority? Like Allah been named, Jesus Christ, women, you know what I'm saying, money, children, Allah. There's many gods to this world. Like, you know what the biggest God is nowadays? This God don't really got a name either. But the biggest God nowadays is attention. Attention is the biggest God nowadays. Everybody's on social media trolling because you know why? They want some attention. They playing pranks in public with strangers because they want attention. They are twerking live on video because they want attention. Attention is a God. Attention is probably one of the biggest gods there is. Hold on, we got a question on the tickety top. Are you black? I have a thing with being able to identify ethnicities. Never mind, I'm going to ignore that stupidity. But finish that up.
But as for me and my house,
What?
we will. But as for me and my house,
Continue.
Salaki,
Continue.
Salaki, we will serve the Lord.
But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. You got a choice to make. And that choice you make is either to serve the gods of this world or for you and your house to serve the most high power, the God of these scriptures, the power of these scriptures. That's the choice that you got to make. I understand Nana's all up in your face. I understand your mama's talking about what you're going to do for Mother's Day. Your kids probably asking what you're going to do for their birthdays. Understand this. You don't got to do none of that. But what you got to do, if you want to keep your life, is serve the laws, is serve the God of the Bible. If you want to keep your life. There's a lot of brothers out there that have chosen to not follow the laws of the Bible, but to follow their mama, to follow their grandma, to follow their kids. And they're out there depressed. They're out there strung out on all types of drugs. They're out there broken. They're looking in the mirrors and can't even respect themselves, especially after knowing this truth. Especially after knowing this truth. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna continue. We're gonna drop that. We're gonna get Matthew 12 and 47. I did not type that in fully at all. Hold on.
Got it.
Bear with me 1 second as I type it in. All right, I'm there with you, Rock. Read.
Matthew chapter 12, verse 47. Again, the kingdom of heaven
Hold on.
is like unto.
Hold on. You at 12 and 47?
Check. Matthew. Oh, Salaki. Matthew 12 and 47. Then one said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee.
All right, so somebody came to Christ. and was informing Christ that his mother and his brother were looking for him. That Christ's mother and brother was looking for him, and they let him know. You know what I'm saying? Because they was without him. He'd been gone for a while. They were worried. Let's hear Christ's response. Read.
But he answered and said unto him that told him, Who is my mother?
What?
Who is my mother?
Continue.
And who are my brethren?
So Christ brought up a question like, yo, who is my mother? Who, like, Christ knows who his mother is. He knows who his brother is. So he's like, who is my mother? Who is my brother? You know, why would he ask that? He knows exactly who his mother and brother is. This is to bring up a lesson. This is to bring up a lesson to the brothers that's amongst them, which is the same lesson I'm trying to bring forth to everybody right now. Who is my mother? Who is my brother? Who is my family? Who are these people? Continue.
And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples.
Hold on. He stretched forth his hands to his disciples like, yo, y'all. Oh, y'all. You, and you. Continue.
And said, Behold, my mother and my brethren.
He said, behold, all y'all out there, y'all are my mother. Y'all are my brothers. Y'all are my family. Why are they his family? Read.
For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
He said, those who do the will of my Father is my brother, is my mother, is my sister. That's my family. That's my saying. If you do the will of my Father, you're my family. That is about as heavy as it gets. A lot of people will not understand this. A lot of people will chalk that up to all types of other madness. But let me bring it to perspective for you. You got a mother that's a Christian. You have a father that's a Muslim. They have one child. What does that child become? What religious and spiritual practices does that child follow? If the child is a Muslim, how does the mother feel? The mother's a Christian and the child is following after the father. Does that mother feel like that child is her child? How about vice versa? The child is a Christian. Does that father feel like that child is his child? I mean, he'll know it's his child physically, but there's more to being family than lineage. There's more to being family than genetics. There's more to being family than phenotypes and all that. DNA. There's more to it than that. There's a spiritual side to it. There's a spiritual side to it. You know why? Because there's people that will portray that spiritual side. There's people that will portray the fact, put it like this. Best example. Judas betrayed Christ. Beforehand, they were family. They all are on one accord. They are one body. Somebody brought Judas the bag. Judas left that family and went somewhere else. You are no longer family once your spiritual understandings are no longer aligned, because you are betraying each other for your spiritual understandings. You will betray each other for what you understand to be what's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's many Christians out there who will leave that family member that says eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster is wrong. That's what they would do. They would abandon him. He will no longer get invited to any family cookouts after a while. They will attempt to
Mhm.
try to convert him back to it, say that eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster is all this and all that. But sooner or later, once it fails, they won't invite him no more. Because while he's there, he's protesting and banging against eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, which is raining on their parades, raining on their spiritual way of thinking. Because spiritually, they think that everything is clean once you pray over it, which is nowhere near in the Bible. Nowhere near it. You know what I'm saying? But hold on, where we at? Where we at? Read that from the top again.
Verse 50. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
Those who do the will of my like this brother on this on this line right here. That's my brother. I have family right now that I barely talk to.
Mhm.
We don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. That's all right. This brother's my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes you family. You're seeing things eye to eye spiritually. Because two can't walk together unless they agree. I need to walk with my family. I need to be around my family. That's what makes the Passover such a beautiful thing. We just came from the Passover. You know what I'm saying? Well, about 2 weeks ago, we came from the Passover. The Passover was about as glorious as it gets. And they got the video of the black party up right now. And it's beautiful. There's no other place where you could have such a competition to such a major concert. We filled out a venue while there's a major concert going on. And not just that, my fault, not a major concert, a major festival. But not just that, there was no incidents. There was liquor there, and there was still no incidents. Nobody's stuff got stolen. You know what I'm saying? Like it was all peace. And that's a beautiful thing. In the Passover, nobody's children's molested. Children is running wild, doing whatever they want, like children should.
Right.
And nobody's children got assaulted or nothing. In fact, I didn't even hear a child cry, not even an infant. And there were infants there.
Right.
There's mothers who haven't seen their infants till it's time to go home. The infants getting passed around, being held by everybody, taking pictures. The
Mhm.
infant in more pictures than you are. It's
Mhm.
a glorious thing. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what brotherhood and family is about. That's what family is about right there. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna drop that. We're gonna get to Matthew 26 and 29.
26 and 29.
Yeah, Matthew 26 and 29.
Got it.
which is a glorious thing. What you're about to hear right now is glorious, which shows you how severely Christ took family and who he deemed as his family on top of that.
Salaki.
What up?
I got it when you're ready.
Oh, read.
Oh, okay. Good. Matthew chapter 26, verse 29. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine
Continue.
until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom.
Yeah, like Christ, when he was walking this earth, he was considered a what?
A wine bibber.
A wine bibber. That means Christ, he enjoyed his sip. He enjoyed his sip. You know what I'm saying? He got with his brothers and he had a little sip and it was good. But he said he will not have a drink henceforth till he's able to drink with his brothers in the kingdom of heaven. What's the kingdom of heaven? The kingdom of heaven is black rulership. Christ ain't going to have a drink with his brothers. He ain't going to have a drink with his family till the kingdom comes, till the kingdom's here. He's more in control of that than any of us on this planet. He could come when the Most High deems him to come. He could convince his father to let him come. But he ain't moving till the Most High tell him to move. So he's showing a great deal of patience, which is something that we should be showing. We should be showing a great deal of patience, a great deal of love for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, put like this. Let me even simplify it a little more. My brothers, this is a question for my brothers only. We may sip every now and then year round, but it doesn't feel as good like when you're at the Passover, when you're amongst your brothers, when you're amongst your family. That's it. You take, man, it's inebriating, man. It's like when you drink without your brothers, it could bring you into any direction. You can go into a depression, you can go into sadness, you can go into anger, you can go into just sleep.
Right.
But when you're amongst your brothers, it's just joy and happiness. And Christ knows that. So when Christ comes back, he's going to have a drink with us. And guess what? That's going to be the best drink I ever had. I'm damn near tempted to do the same.
Right.
I'm not, though. I do not have Christ. I do not have that strength because I have brothers on this earth that I walk that agree with me. You know what I'm saying? I got brothers that I walk with that agree with me that I will have a drink with because those brothers may be going through hard times and they may need somebody to drink with them.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? They may need somebody to drink with them, like, hey, have a sip. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk through their problems. And I'm going to give them counsel. You know what I'm saying? And so forth and so on. And that's just brotherhood. And when Christ comes back, he's going to be going through the same thing. He's going to be sipping. He's going to be giving out more counsel than chilling. I'm pretty sure he knows that, though. I'm pretty sure he knows that. Pretty sure you're going to get bombarded with 1,000,001 questions, and none of them the same. You know what I'm saying? And that's just brotherhood. That's just love. That's just family right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's more than anything that shows you control. I ain't even going to go there. That's a control of self. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna do what he enjoys doing with his brothers till he's in the kingdom with his brothers. Not till he's with his brother. He could be with us right now. But he ain't gonna do it till he's in the kingdom with us. And that's glorious. That's glorious. You know what I'm saying? That's about the glory. Any more on that?
No, that's it on that. So it's like,
All right, let's get to 1 Corinthians 11 and 27. Let me type that up over here.
Corinthians 11 and 27.
Yeah, bear with me as I get there with you. Just got to type it in real quick. All right, I'm there.
You said 1 Corinthians 11 and 27?
Let me read it. Make sure I ain't writing in my notes wrong.
There's only 13 verses in the 11, if I'm not mistaken.
In chapter 11?
Hold on. My pages got stuck together.
Yeah. I read it when you got it.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 27. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord.
Like, here's a painful thing. I probably should have started this a verse up. But I wanted to get, matter of fact, now I started from a verse up. I'm going to bring it into context. I got enough time.
1 Corinthians 11 and 26. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup.
Bring it up to 25.
25. Verse 25. After the same manner also he took the cup when he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye, as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me.
Like, if you don't understand this is when Christ is, you know what I'm saying, bringing an analogy and a metaphor about eating the bread and drinking the wine being his body and his blood. A lot of brothers fell out of the truth back then. As he was saying it, a lot of brothers fell out. A lot of brothers weren't his family. He weeded out the weak of his family just by saying, drink this blood and eat my flesh. Knowing that you see a piece of bread, you see literally a piece of bread, and you really thinking that he's meaning eating his flesh.
Right.
You're seeing it's a cup of wine, and you literally think he literally means drinking his blood. But it's blatantly a cup of wine. But not everybody's built for this. Not everybody's meant for this. This is a long, hard walk, a long, hard, painful walk. And not everybody's meant for it. And Christ was just weeding those out. You know what I'm saying? Continue.
For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come.
When you do that, when you show that you're a part of this body, you are showing the Most High that you're about this. You're showing the Most High you're willing to give up your life for this. You're willing to withstand any ridicule and any hell and any imprisonment and anything else for this. I literally know brothers who went to jail for this. For this today. I know brothers who went to jail for being out in camp, teaching the word of the Most High. I know brothers who did that. You got to give up your life for this. A lot of people wasn't understanding that. They were just thinking my blood and my flesh. But continue.
Salaki.
24.
Wherefore,
There we go.
whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord.
Not as many who may fake the funk. There's many who may act like their family. But family ain't family no more. Family will fight to get back to family. But there's brothers who are out there in this body and in other bodies. Like this school has broken up and fractured so many times. You know why? Because of this scripture. There was a lot of pretenders, a lot of people that was about that flesh, a lot of people that was about that blood, a lot of people that was about that work, that sweat, those tears. But guess what? Read that again. That last verse from the top.
Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall, Salakia, shall be guilty of the body and the blood of the Lord.
It wasn't about it. It wasn't about that work. They were unworthy of this work. They wasn't worthy of it. But they see these hardcore brothers rocking fringes. They see these hardcore brothers with multiple women. They see these hardcore brothers getting all the attention in the world. Got the news of North Carolina scared, petrified that riots are about to break out. They want to be a part of that, but they're not built for that. So what do? They eat the blood. They eat the bread and they drink the blood, and they're not worthy of it. So continue.
Salakia. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup.
The thing is, it's not our job to figure out if you're worthy of it or not. It's your job. That's something that you got to do. When you come in here, we're going to put you to work. We're going to put you to work, and we're going to use what we can use out of you. We're going to drain you as much as we can drain out of you. But it's your job. You got to look within to see if you're worthy to eat of this bread or to drink of this cup. This is not an easy family to become a part of. The ISUPK is the body, is the home of the truth, is that one body of Christ. It's not easy. So it's up to you to look at yourself. See if you're ready. See if you can withstand the ridicule. See if you can withstand the temptations. Like, you know your lust. You know your lust better than I do. You know your demons. You walk with them. Can you fight them? It's not my job to fight your demons for you. My job to teach you how to fight them. Not my job to fight them. Are you capable? I'm willing to stand with you to do it. So you got to examine yourself and see if you're worthy of such. See if you're worthy to walk with these men that are willing to lay their life down for you. I'd be damned if a brother that I roll with lay their life down for a brother that is ready to turn coat. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Read.
For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body.
Look, you just messing your own damn self up. You're putting yourself through hell. Like, you're trying to rule with us, And let's take them Sakari cats, for example. Those Sakari cats, you know what I'm saying? They trying to follow the laws of Christ. And as soon as they get around a woman that's half naked, they want to know if she got a husband or not. You're not built for this. They're not built for this. Joining us will put you through a life full of hell. Because you're going to join us and you're going to see all your friends and you're going to, like in Massachusetts, good night. Smoking weed is legal in Massachusetts. You can't walk nowhere without that scent roaming up in your nose, without that scent flying up in your nose and just smelling it. And I understand how that could be a great temptation for you. I used to smoke cigarettes heavy. Wasn't the biggest weed smoker, but damn. When I smell a Newport, the temptation's still there. What I do, I walk away. Do you got that strength to walk away? That's the question. Do you got that strength to walk away and stay in this body? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Is there any more on that?
Salagi, I mean, you could go into 30.
Yeah, let's go into 30.
For this cause, many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep.
I don't understand. That's about as self-explanatory as it gets. Many are asleep and are sick that are among us. Many. They can't fight their demons. They can't fight their temptations. They rather dwell in it in secret, like a weirdo. You know how many brothers are out there probably watching porn in secret right now? And look, let me tell you, don't let General Muhammad find it. Just get counsel on it ASAP. Get counsel on it ASAP. Don't let him find out because you're gone. It's better you come to him with your problems than him coming to you with your problems. Get counsel. Seek counsel. Counsel is probably the most brotherly thing that we have in this whole scripture. Is counsel. Seek it ASAP. It's a beautiful thing. You going through your demons, guess what? You can go through them alone. You can go through them by yourself. Go ahead, try it. Let's see how far you go. Some demons you just have to come to terms with may be too strong for you to battle. Some demons are too strong for you to battle. But not every prophet could beat every demon. I understand. That's what you got brothers for. What you got family for. To help you fight your demons. That family that you have in the Christian church, that family that you have at that cookout, they ain't gonna help you fight your demons. They don't even recognize your demons as demons. They're gonna pass you that blunt. They're gonna put that whore in your face. They're gonna put all types of pork on your plate. Oh man. You know what? It just took me right now to realize how much evil goes on at a family cookout. God damn. You know, mad evil just at a family cookout alone. Never mind going out to the club with your homeboys. Who knows how much evil's there? You know what I'm saying? But let's drop that. Let's get whew, let's not do that. Let's get Hebrews 10 and 26.
Got it.
All right, give me a sec. I just typed it in. Let me catch up to it. All right, I'm there.
Right. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
Hold on, bring that back from the top again.
For if we sin willfully, after we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
Look, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to inform you of your sins, to inform you what you're doing wrong. That's why we have a law class every Tuesday. So you know when you're breaking the law. So when you do break it, you're breaking it willfully. Which, repeat that from the top again up.
For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
So once you sin willfully, right? You did what you did and you did it on purpose. You knew it was wrong. You knew what you were doing was wrong. Guess what? There's no more sacrifice for you. You're going to have to deal with that punishment however the Most High decides to give it to you. However the Most High decides to give you that punishment, you're going to have to deal with it on your own. You're going to have to deal with that punishment the way you have to deal with it. What the Most High deems to give you, that's what the Most High deems to give you. Oh, Salakia. But my job is to inform you what it is. That's it. Our job as priests and prophets is to inform you that you're breaking the law, to inform you what breaking the law is, and to inform you of the punishment of it. But once you willfully do it, continue.
But a certain fearful looking for judgment, looking for of judgment, and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries.
Hold on, bring that back again.
But a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation.
So there's certain people that are fearful. They're looking for fiery indignation. They on their P's and Q's. I don't know. I'm showing my age by saying P's and Q's. I understand. But they on their P's and Q's. They looking for that fiery indignation. Continue.
Which shall devour the adversaries.
Which shall devour the adversary. So, what Jay-Z said. Friend or foe, huh? Damn, I can remember that bar right now. It would fit so perfectly with this.
Mm-hmm.
But are you a friend or you a foe? Are you living the laws of the Most High or not? Because if you're not part of this family, you're not part of this one body, that fiery indignation is all for you. That fiery indignation is waiting for you. Remember, my job is to tell you what's right or wrong. It's your choice where you go. It's your choice in what you do. You know what I'm saying? Put like this.
Yeah.
I would love, put like this. My firstborn son, he carries a Hebrew name. is when I was first introduced to the ISUPK and gave my firstborn son a Hebrew name. I taught him about his name. I taught him about what's right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? He chose to be with a Edomite woman. Now he chose to be in that fiery indignation. He is no longer my family. He is not part of my family. If a brother in let's give a random state, Omaha. I don't even know if we got brothers in Omaha. But let's say a brother in Omaha asked for some money and my son asked for the same amount of money the same day. Guess who I'm giving that money to? I'm giving that money to that brother in Omaha. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he's at least trying. My son, he chose that fiery indignation. So whatever he got to go through, let the Lord bring him through it. Who knows? It might wake him up later. Remember, you got to go through fire to turn out to be nice, shiny, pure gold. You got to go through that. Fire purifies gold. So that fiery indignation he's going to have to go through. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Where we at?
28.
Time
check 8:49.
Oh, 8:40. Oh, Most High in Christ. The water for that. Let's go to Matthew 13 and 11. I wanted to end it on this. I got like 4 verses to get through on that.
Matthew. You said Matthew 13 and 11?
Con. We're going to go through Matthew 13 and 11 through 15.
All right. Got it.
All right.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 11.
Right,
He answered.
Start at 10.
13 and 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Okay, so the disciples are coming up to Christ, asking him a quick question like, yo, you have a message to deliver, but you're speaking it in parables. Why are you speaking this message in parables to these people? Continue.
He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Christ spoke in parables because even Christ knew this wasn't for everybody. No matter how much the Christian church would like to lie to you about it, how Christ loves everybody, the kingdom is for everybody. No. Christ spoke in parables just because it wasn't for everybody. This ain't meant for everybody. Not everybody's meant to be a part of this family. Not everybody's meant to be a part of this body. Like General Muhammad, like when I was, you know what I'm saying, coming back, you know what I'm saying, just walking in the door, General Muhammad often spoke about how he's trying to get people the hell on out of here. I didn't understand that till recently. I didn't understand that till about, I say about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. Till about after the 52nd Passover, leaving Houston. Houston was a beautiful Passover. You remember that Passover? That was
John Houston.
one solid Passover. Beautiful Passover. And that Passover was huge as hell. And that Passover made me just be like, yo, we are huge. We are large. Some people got to go through some tests. And I understand what General Muhammad got talking about. He got to weed some people out, put them through some fire. And he made this saying stronger by subtraction. And I made a shirt to commemorate that. I made a shirt to commemorate stronger by subtraction. Everybody's not needed in here. Everybody's not wanted in here. You have to earn your spot in here through hella hot water. You know what I'm saying? Christ spoke in parables and only a few could understand it. And the messed up part is if you understand it, where should you be? If you understand those parables, where should you be? A lot of people who understand those parables want to twist those parables and start their own churches.
Right.
They want to start their own churches, which is about as disgusting as it gets. You know what I'm saying? But continue up.
Verse 12. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance.
So if you understand those parables, you shall have what is meant. And you shall live abundantly. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing to understand these parables. But continue.
But whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away, even that he have.
If you don't understand it and you front like you are, things are going to be taken away. Your life is going to dwindle. Things are going to get harder. Things are going to get more terrible for you. Continue.
Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand.
Like, that's crazy as can be right there. That's about as wild as it gets. Because those seeing the hell and the struggle that us blacks, Hispanics, and natives are going through, they don't see it. That's mostly the Christian church. That's mostly the Muslim mosques. They see the hell that we're going through, but they don't see it. They understand that the police brutality, but a lot of the Christian church don't understand who to point the finger at. You see that we're getting brutalized. The Muslim mosques, they don't understand who to point the finger at. The Muslim mosques had decided to turn it into a political thing. The Christian church had decided to point it towards an individual thing. But only us in the ISUPK is turning it into a spiritual thing, which is our enemy versus us. All these people that's doing it are doing it to us, and they're doing it for a reason. They see, but they don't see. They hear, but they don't hear. You know what I'm saying? Continue.
And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive.
So this was prophesied long ago. Like Christ was long ago. And it was prophesied long before Christ. That there's going to be those of us who can see and not see, and those of us who can't hear and not hear, and none of them will be able to understand what's going on in those times. Why do you think so many people were against Christ in those times? The Sadducees and Pharisees was against Christ just off of so-called doctrine. I wouldn't even say it's because of doctrine. I would just say it's because of understanding. You know what I'm saying? Simply because of understanding. Christ said things that were so, well, to me, in hindsight, is simple, but to them was blasphemous. To say that you're the Son of God to them was blasphemous. But aren't we all sons of God? Christ had to point that out. We all are sons of God. And they still can't understand that. Christ pointed out scripture and everything, and they still couldn't understand that. But they wanted to get him out of here. Know why they wanted to get him out of here? Because their father wasn't the father of the, the Most High. Their father wasn't the Most High. Their father was Rome. Their interest was in pleasing Rome. Their interest wasn't in pleasing the Most High. So they couldn't see and they couldn't hear. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? Read it.
Salagi?
I just recognize where we at. Read.
Verse 15. For this people's heart is waxed, gross, and their ears are dull of hearing.
Hold on. For whose people?
For this people's heart.
This people's heart. See, a lot of people don't understand that even in the New Testament, it's talking about nations. This people is talking about our people. Our people's ears are waxed. You know what I'm saying? We don't understand nothing. Everything is done. Continue.
And their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed.
Continue.
Let's say any time.
No, I'm just saying continue.
Oh, let's at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears and should understand with their heart and should be converted, and I should heal them.
So there's going to be a time when you're going to go through things, and that's when you're going to see things clearly. That's when things are going to be opened up to you. That's when you're going to be fully a part of this family. You got to go through a little pain. You got to go through a little heartache. I mean, I understand. You see us in the way we roll, in the way we move, and you might think that's interesting and be a good thing to be a part of. But no, there's pain that comes with this. And once you fully see that and you think you're willing to obtain it and you're able to go through it, then we'll see. Then we'll see. But I'm going to close the class. It's about that time. I'm going to close the class. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have class tomorrow. Hopefully, we're going to keep up with you. Just stay tuned to this channel. And there's no event coming up anytime soon, but stay close. Stay tuned. Because we're going to have the Midwest Fire Weekend and this information coming to you very soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to get to that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm gonna close out the class. Shalom. Rock. How about
Y'all shot, thump.
And let's give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Yahweh Shemal lift up by Shem Yahweh Shah. Yajimata. All right, Shalom.